just trust my eyesight. I have got good eyesight, see.
Well, here we are. It's my dear old friend Dolzy, Yvette, and whoever else.
You can call
might
me
be.
Yvette.
Okay. And here we are at the Red Tree Gallery again.
I know, isn't it fabulous gallery? And you're dressed for the occasion, I see, being close to Christmas.
Being close to Christmas. I mean, It could even be 10 months off and I could still wear this, couldn't I?
I think you could, and I think it's the best outfit I've seen you in for a long time.
Oh.
That was
Okay,
the glass.
you just don't like my high-vis orange stuff, do you?
No, I'm not. No. That was what you were wearing last time you videoed here.
Yeah. Righto, let's get on to it. Now, I first thought you were going to be calling this primary colours are not secondary or something.
Well, that's what it is called.
Oh, it is still called that?
Yeah, primary colours are not secondary. That's it. I just thought it was an incredibly witty, sophisticated title. And
It is.
Yep.
It doesn't have to actually mean anything either, does it? Or does it?
Well, of course it means something because primary colours are just as important as secondary, and secondary colours are just as important as primary colours.
Okay.
And you understand the difference.
Right. Okay, so you've done a lot of mixing and matching and you've used all of them here, haven't you?
I've used them all. I'm a very colourful little creature when it comes to art.
Okay, so now, what you said you've got a lot of collage. You've got a bit of everything here. I think you've got something like a wedding, isn't it? Like you've got something old, something new.
Yep.
You're bound to have something blue, but I don't know if you've got anything borrowed.
No, unless I borrow those. No, they're mostly new. I haven't exhibited most of these works. There's a few that I have, but most of them are new. And I've got a couple here too that I'm going to complete during the exhibition, so then in the final month. So there's 2 works that I'll be finishing during the exhibition, and one is called Kangaroo in, I can't remember.
Junkyard.
How do you know that?
Because I remember.
Oh, a kangaroo in a junkyard, and the other one is called Planets.
Okay, Kangaroo in a Junkyard, what a fantastic title.
I know.
Now, tell me about Kangaroo in a Junkyard.
Well, Kangaroo in a Junkyard it's a recycled canvas, and the whole idea about this exhibition was going to be recycled, and I did workshops with kids for about 9 months, and a lot of the things that I used lots of offcuts, and I've used offcuts in several of the works because I thought it'd be great. But this work has been enormously difficult to do.
Has it?
Yeah, really difficult to do. And I thought I'd just be very blank colours, and then I thought I'd paint over them and I'd make tonal colours around. I haven't quite resolved it, but it's a different piece to what I normally would make.
It is, and I actually like it a lot. I like the very subdued, subtle colours. It's most different. It strikes me that you could actually seem to be quite at home in a junkyard.
Well, some people might say that. And
I bet your family visited the Tip when you were a kid.
Yep, absolutely. I think we might have talked about that once before. The Tip was a very favourite place to go.
Yes.
Go ploughing through and find things. Can't do that anymore, apparently.
No, you can't. Now that we're on the subject of your early life, I do like to pry just that little bit more.
You are a bit of a prior.
And I want to talk about your dad and your mum actually, and art in those early times. And now your dad was, stop it.
Gerard is playing behind there, trying to make me laugh, but it's not working. See, because I'm a professional.
Righto. Now, I'd like to talk about your parents, and while we're on the subject of art.
The last exhibition we had here that you came and videoed was the one I had, Mum and Me. So that was an exhibition with Mum's art and my art, which was a fabulous exhibition. But since then, Mum is now a late mum. So it's a bit sort of sad in some ways, but also nice to be here again with my own work.
Yes, that's right. Well, now your dad also is late, and I did happen to know him, but he lived very true to his art, didn't he? Because he Like, he didn't get an ordinary job. He made his living from art, but it was quite often pretty frugal, wasn't it?
Oh, it was completely made from art, and it was definitely frugal. We definitely learned to live in a humble way, I guess you'd say. And then sometimes he'd have a big exhibition, and we'd pay all our bills and eat high on the hog, and then we'd be back to poverty again.
I know, and I remember you saying to me that at one stage you lived in a squat in Carlton or somewhere. Tell me about that.
Oh, we lived in a lot of squats. We lived above a garage. Did I tell you about that? About the garage? Above a garage? Lived above a garage, and we had to stay quiet. Gerard's forgetting that this microphone's on, and he's trying to join in there. And we lived above a garage, and we had to be quiet during the day because there were the garage mechanics down there, and we lived above. And I don't know, it was just a place. You'd have a mattress to sleep on. I don't know. I never thought of it being full of pot. I just thought it was normal. I thought the way we lived was quite normal. And it was fine. We all went to school, and we'd go to a new school, and then we'd enjoy our life. It was fun.
Back to your paintings, I'm like this little cat. I love the colours, beautiful soft green and pink together. It works really well.
Yeah, it's called True Love, and it was about a cat that loved me and loved its owner, but didn't love too many people, and just wouldn't let me go, and just had to hang around with me and sit on me and cuddle me. And I wasn't sure whether the cat owned me or I owned the cat, but I think the cat had taken over there. I don't have any rhyme or reason about what colours I'm going to use or how I'm going to start a work, but this piece just became a nice, gentle, subtle piece.
Well, I like it, and you have plenty of nice, subtle pieces here. For instance, these two. Now, I like these beautiful colours.
Yeah, this gives you a bit of an idea of what I do with art. I do a background, and so the background in this is that very subtle sort of, all the spots and all those colours that are wash at the back. And then I did the white birds in front, and normally I would do more work on that, but I liked the subtlety of that, the gentleness and the subtlety. I chose to keep it gentle. I think they're gentle, sort of soft works.
Yes, very much so. I particularly love that top bird on the right.
Yeah, it's quite content. Sort of, they've got a bit of attitude, these birds, I think.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Perhaps even reflects some contentment in your own life.
There are moments of contentment, and I certainly get them when I'm doing my art.
Now, what about that one to the right there? What's going on there?
This is called The Paths We Follow. I am majored in printmaking, so I've got lots and lots of lino cuts that I do, and this is a lot of the lino prints that I've put together, and then I've painted over them, and then I've put mixed media across the top of that. There was a visually impaired fellow who came to my open studio, and I gave him my lino cuts to feel and told him all about the stories that came with that. And he was feeling all the pathways. And as he was feeling the pathways, I thought, well, that's what that work is. It's all about the paths we follow.
That's a collage, isn't it? That beautiful, big, bright one?
Yeah, that's a mixed media collage. And that's made out of a lot of the work, the cutouts that I had from all the workshops with the kids. So if you look at the middle part and the blue outlining of a hand, that was when we did hand flowers. And if you look at the circles, that's when we did planets. And there's stars, when we did the star mobile, and it goes on. And the flower garden and so on. This hasn't been resolved yet, so it's going to be finished during the exhibition. I'm going to keep working on it. And
what, you're going to go over to the wall with your paintbrush and daub?
I certainly will. And I will just add to that and finish it by the end of the month.
Oh, well, that'll be good. Now, this little row next to it, which are a bit shiny at the moment, but they all seem to be of a theme. Speak about that. I like that one on the very left. That's the blue one.
Yeah, the two babies and a kangaroo. It was initially called where the heck am I? Because the kangaroo pops up in the middle of nowhere there. And I don't even know why I wanted a kangaroo there, but I did.
Well, you've already opened the gate for the kangaroo in the junkyard, so we've flooded, that's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think that's true. I'm going to have to put a kangaroo in. A lot more work, so the kangaroo.
I saw it differently.
You saw it differently?
Yeah,
How did you see
I saw it as two siblings. There's two siblings. One is very dominant. He gets an aureole of a crown. He shines. He outshines his sibling down in the corner. He just gets concentric circles. The kangaroo sat in the paternity room, the waiting room, wasn't allowed in the maternity or delivery room while the births were going on both occasions, but had a pouch full of cigars, just in case anyone wandered in and, have a cigar, my children are being born. But that's something you should never ask me, is to interpret a painting.
No, I know, and that is exactly the misinterpretation of an artwork, but everyone has their own opinion, and that's what's lovely about art. I think it's more that there's a gentleness. It's the little one looking up at the older sibling, and that idea that the kangaroo's there in the middle of the wilderness, and it's just, I think it's sort of quite a beautiful piece, but everyone interprets it differently.
What about the hat? The remarkable hat. I'm looking forward to an explanation of the fabulous hat, or perhaps it doesn't need one and hasn't got one.
Most of my works have got some explanation. I do know it took a long time to do this work. It was a complex piece to do, to make it balance and work. It's mixed media collage, but mostly not collage, because it's become a full painting really. And it's just this weird little dog. And he's got this, I don't know, I just think it's a weird hat. That's all I can say.
Well, a Carmen Miranda style hat, definitely.
Carmen Miranda style hat. And I'd wear that, wouldn't you? Well, you'd wear
Too
it.
right, I would.
You would, I know you would.
Fruity dog in the middle.
The fruity dog in the middle, yeah. Gerard's going to continue to add little bits.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Gerard Lewis Fitzgerald, who is a friend of the artist who's exhibiting today, Yvette Stubbs, have known her since about 1989. We met at a theatre sports in Warragul.
Well, she's our fearless leader when it comes to the local poetry, etc., isn't it? Now, you've come all the way from Melby to check out your fearless leader friends.
My fearless leader. She's over there. Hello.
Her gorgeous artworks. What do you think? You haven't looked at them yet, but...
Well, I saw this one, which is called Fabulous Hat Online. What do I know? I paint myself. I don't paint myself.
All right, well, we'll have a before and
after. They used to do in the 60s, wasn't it? Some body painting or something?
Bound to have, yeah, no doubt, of course.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to check out her paintings and...
I am, and get back.
Good on you, Jared. Hello, Dan, you are Yvette's son, one and only son.
Yes, I am, yeah. You can't improve on perfection, so...
Exactly. Now, what do you think of your mum's exhibition, eh?
Absolutely amazing, as usual. Very good.
I know. What do you think? I should have said, what do you think about your mum? She's just an extraordinary, one of the world's wonders, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Very creative and very motivated. And I've grown up with all the art and everything, so it's normal.
Do you remember her father? Do you remember your grandfather, Douglas Stubbs?
Yep. Yeah, I was very close to him. Yeah.
Were you just? He was a ripper of a man. I knew him.
But when I was younger, he showed me how to play chess and stuff like that.
He's one of Australia's great painters, but, there are a number of those that went unrecognised. Well, I do believe he was recognised, but I don't know how much. I'll have to speak to Yvette about that.
There is actually stuff about him in the Melbourne Library. There's books. Mum did a HSC years ago, and it was about Doug, and he's actually in the library.
Yeah, good, righto. And her mum, she's a brilliant artist as well.
Yes.
Now, are you a dab hand with a paintbrush at all?
Yeah, I've done a little bit here and there, so yeah.
No probs. Righto, good-o, Dean.
No.
Oh, no, you haven't got
Peter Kirkbride, one of
just
my
catching-
favourite people. How are you going?
I'm just catching up with old friends. I'm here for a purpose, on
Yes.
a mission. I've
Okay.
been asked to play the guitar, and I'm never reluctant to play the guitar. And yourself,
doesn't
tell me about
matter.
yourself.
Oh, well,
on, look at the
I'm
camera and tell
here
me about yourself.
checking out yet another one of Yvette's bold and outrageous, fantastic exhibitions.
Well done. So that animal you're holding there, can I poke back? Oh, you lovely. You can leave now. Sit. Go away, sit.
I'm going to recite a poem called Coffee, and Coffee won me an award and got me into the finals of the poetry competition in Melbourne at part of a poetry festival. I can't remember what it was called, and it's called Coffee. I was flat white, eyeing my friend's long black, while my short black cooled. I'd wanted a macchiato, but you can't have what you can't have. I couldn't affogato a mocha, and the last time I'd swallowed a ristretto, I was bitterly disappointed, even though its rich golden crema left an intense aftertaste. I espressoed my disinterest in my girlfriend's cafe latte, so passé, I thought. Cappuccino may be all the rage in Fitzroy, and soy chai latte popular in South Yarra, but I'd wanted an espresso lungo, and they told me an Americano would do just as well. No, I thought, no. So I settled for my short black, sweet enough, with no white attached. And that's an anti-racist poem, just in case you want to know.
Do you own any of her works?
I have a beautiful card, but so far not any of the originals, yes. So, but I do like her work, and I've got her poetry book that is written along with my friend Jill Durrance, and I'm very appreciative of her humour and her artistic qualities.
Brilliant. Well, it'd have to be the fella, isn't it? You're Jeff Dole, you're Yvette's hubby.
Yes, yes.
How's that?
It's interesting.
Well, this is pretty good, isn't it?
It's really good and a lot of hard work. Yvette spent a long time setting it up.
Now, have you got a favourite in here somewhere, a card or a painting? Have you got a favourite or two?
I do, the cat. I can't remember the name of it, but that is definitely my favourite.
Yes, I like that one too. It's very soft, isn't it? It's getting a little bit close to the unfolding petals of Dolzy's heart, I believe.
Yes. And I like the extra eye in that one, looking through.
You got another one that you're partial to?
Well, this pair here, just the simplicity of them. Yeah, I really, really like these two as well.
Yeah, I do as well. I like both of those that you've mentioned.
Yes.
And I like the colours in these. They're quite different, aren't they?
Yes. Well, as you can see, it's such a difference. You know, you've got all the collage and, you know, the old block series over there from years ago, and there's something for everyone, really.
This pair that you like, for instance, they're only $350 each, which isn't worth much, but I think she'd be actually disappointed if someone bought them. What do you think?
With some of them, yes, and I think the ones she spent a lot of time on, she tends to want to keep them under a wing and not let them go, and that's why I think she's done so many prints this time, so people can take the prints instead.
That's a great idea, and leave her with her beloved originals.
Yes.
And they can have the print.
And we'll put them back into storage with the hundreds of others.
That's right, and why not? Why not surround yourself with beauty and art?
Yeah, she just can't stop creating. So
Let her go.
Let her go.
Lucky you got a big place.
Yeah, well, need it bigger, I think. We need more now.
Now, this one I like. This teams very well with that pale greenish two up the other end, but I really like this one. I do.
Yeah, flocked. Look, I don't know. If you see the little people at the bottom, and then there's all these birds, and I don't think birds are much different to humans. And it's that idea that we all flock together, and I just liked using those colours. I don't think I've got an explanation for this one.
Who needs an explanation? I just like it. It's just got a very nice mood. I think that'd sit on anybody's wall and just add to the good vibes.
Yeah, I think it's a good vibe painting, I agree. It's gentle.
Righto, now this pair of Purple Wisdom, I like them.
Yeah, they're a different style again. That's my boxed style. Most of my works, well, all of my works come from a place in my subconscious, and they will be created just by that feeling I'm feeling at that time. I'm probably never going to paint like that again. There you go.
Like them anyway. That's a nice little self-portrait down there, is it? You after with a slice of cucumber over your eyes from focusing too much, perhaps?
And a fork in my head. That's actually a fork in her head. You look, it's called Three Candles. It's sort of tranquility. It's sleeping. It could even be afterlife. We can't be certain. It's another, I think, a tranquil piece.
Well, that is redolent of that card you've got over there. Look at that. I was most surprised to see that. Where's the girl? What, she's dangling her feet with pink shoes over a pond in the middle of nowhere. What's the go?
Well, that's coming from a part of my mind that I have no control of. And if you'll notice, they're ice cream balls.
Oh.
Ice cream, and the lady in the middle of nowhere. Well, she's just dangling her feet. She's dangling her feet. She's quite happy and content. Rather than dangling your feet in the water, she's dangling her feet in the air.
I like that. It's very Alice in Wonderland and it's just beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
You're just churlishly, stubbornly you in the peaceful centre of the storm. But there's not even a storm there.
No, that's right. You're absolutely right. It's even though she has got a world around her that's like a hurricane of crazy, she's tranquil in the middle of it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
This one here is my favourite. It's a print. And if I get really lucky, she's got two of them, she reckons she'll give me one.
And I stand here and I should be inside at my exhibition. People want to hug me and say hello to me, and they came to see me, but I'm out here with you, the camera, my friend, and Peter Kirkbride, the flamenco guitarist. Thank you.